Good morning. I do hope you are having a good week. For today, we have persecution is no surprise. Let's get started. Question A. Seething with the bitter gall of envy, how did the enemy of souls stir up deceitful opposition against Stephen? So in Acts chapter 6, I'm not going to read the whole thing, but chunks of it. Starting from verse 10, it says, "And they were not able to withstand the wisdom and the spirit by which he spake." So we're speaking about Stephen here, right? Then they suborned men, which said, "We have heard him speak blasphemous words against Moses and against God." And they stirred up the people and the elders and the scribes and came upon him and seized him and brought him into the council and set up false witnesses which said, "This man ceaseth not to speak words against this holy place and the law. For we have heard him say that this Jesus of Nazareth shall destroy this place and shall change the customs which Moses delivered unto us." So they were lying here, right? If I can remember Jesus' words, he didn't say he was going to destroy the temple, but he said, "Destroy this temple and I shall build it up in 3 days." The note says Stephen, full of faith, was doing great wonders and miracles among the people. The Jewish leaders were stirred to great anger as they saw priests turning from their traditions and from the sacrifice and offerings and accepting Jesus as the great sacrifice. With power from on high, Stephen reproved the unbelieving priests and elders and exalted Jesus before them. They could not withstand the wisdom and power with which he spoke, and as they found that they could prevail nothing against him, they hired men to swear falsely that they had heard him speak blasphemous words against Moses and against God. So, going to question B, how has our Master warned of such things, and what words of the psalmist can bring us hope? So, Matthew 10 says, "Behold, I send you forth as sheep in the midst of wolves. Be ye therefore wise as serpents and harmless as doves. But beware of men, for they will deliver you up to councils, and in their synagogues they will scourge you." So that those were the words that Jesus used to warn his people from the wolves. And Psalms, David says here, "Let the lion lips be dumb, which speak against the righteous insolently with pride and contempt. Oh, how great is thy goodness, which thou hast laid up for them that fear thee, which thou hast wrought for them that put their trust in thee before the sons of men." So those were the words that David used to bring us hope. The note says, "Men's hearts are no softer today than when Christ was upon the earth. They will do all in their power to aid the great adversary in making it as hard as possible for the servants of Christ, just as the people did with Christ when he was upon the earth. They will scourge with the tongue of slander and falsehood. They will criticize and turn against the servant of God, the very efforts he is leading them to make. They will, with their evil surmisings, see fraud and dishonesty where all is right and where perfect integrity exists. They lay selfish motives to the charge of God's servants when he himself is leading them, and when they would give even their lives, if God required, if by so doing they could advance his cause." This is beautiful. Question C. What was remarkable about Stephen when accused? So it says here, "The glorious light of Christ's countenance shone upon Stephen with such brightness that even his enemies saw his face shine like the face of an angel." It's just confirming what is written in Acts 6:15. And all that sat in the council, fastening their eyes on him, saw his face as it had been the face of an angel. So, as we can see, Stephen, even being on the verge of death, he still preached the gospel, and may God help us so that we may be like him. Take care. I'll see you tomorrow.